Bellerophon and the Chimera. In the land of Corinth there lived a young man named Bellerophon, known for his courage, charm, and unmatched skill with horses. But despite his noble heart, fate would lead him on a journey filled with trials, monsters, and the favor of the gods. One day, Bellerophon was falsely accused of a terrible crime and sent away to the distant land of Lycia, where King Iobates ruled. But Iobates, too noble to kill a guest outright, devised a deadly plan. He would send Bellerophon on a mission he could never return from, a mission to slay the terrifying Chimera. The Chimera was no ordinary beast. It had the body of a lion, the head of a goat rising from its back, and a serpent for a tail. Its breath was fire, its eyes madness. It had scorched villages and devoured soldiers. No man had faced it and lived. But Bellerophon did not flinch. He knew that to defeat such a creature he would need more than a sword. He would need something divine. And so he went to the temple of Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, and prayed through the night. As dawn lit the sky, he fell into a deep sleep on the temple floor. In his dreams, Athena appeared. When he awoke, a golden bridle lay beside him, shimmering with celestial light. "This," he whispered, "is meant for Pegasus." Pegasus, the winged horse, born from the blood of Medusa, was wild and free, untamed by any mortal hand. But with the divine bridle in hand, Bellerophon climbed Mount Helicon, where the great stallion drank from the spring of the Muses. There he saw him, Pegasus, with wings of silver and hooves that struck sparks. The horse reared, fierce and proud, but as Bellerophon approached, the bridle glowed and the stallion lowered his head. Gently, bravely, Bellerophon placed the bridle over Pegasus's head, and the creature did not resist. In that moment, man and myth became one. Together, they soared into the sky. From above, Bellerophon could see the smoke rising from the Chimera's lair, a scorched valley filled with bones and ash. The monster roared, flames erupting from its mouth, its many heads snarling and twisting in rage. But Bellerophon did not falter. He flew low on Pegasus, dodging the fire, and struck with his spear. But the beast's hide was too thick. Again and again he circled, searching for a weakness. Then an idea came to him. He fitted a lump of lead to the tip of his spear. This time, as he dove toward the beast, he aimed straight for its open jaws. The Chimera roared and belched fire, and in that moment, Bellerophon hurled the spear into its throat. The lead melted in the creature's fire and flowed like molten death into its belly. The Chimera screamed one last time, then collapsed, its three heads falling silent, its breath extinguished. The people of Lycia rejoiced. The king, amazed and humbled, welcomed Bellerophon as a hero and offered him half the kingdom. Songs were sung, statues were raised, and for a time all was well. But pride has a way of creeping into a man's heart. Bellerophon, flush with glory, began to believe he was more than mortal. One day, he turned to the sky and decided he would fly all the way to Olympus, home of the gods. He mounted Pegasus and soared upward, higher and higher, past the clouds, toward the shining realm of immortals. But the gods do not take kindly to arrogance. Zeus sent a gadfly to sting Pegasus, and the great horse bucked. Bellerophon tumbled from the saddle and fell, plummeting to the earth. He survived the fall, but was broken in body and spirit. He lived the rest of his days, wandering alone, blind and forgotten, far from the glory he once knew. And Pegasus? He flew on, upward, to the stars, where he became a constellation, galloping across the night sky. The story of Bellerophon reminds us that courage can win battles, but hubris, pride in the face of the divine, can bring even the greatest hero low. He was the man who tamed a flying horse, the man who slew a fire-breathing monster. But in reaching too far, he forgot one simple truth. Even those who soar must remember where they came from.